Hey there, Cutie and Cosplay here with another video. Today's video I'd like to talk about a good problem of owning multiple consoles. So, as I mentioned, I just wanted to talk a little bit about a good problem that I have. Because I own multiple gaming systems, and I do enjoy a wide variety of gaming genres, there's just too many games that get released and they usually end up too close to each other, and I want to play them all, but of course, I can't. Time and money. And all this to say, don't get me wrong, I am glad that there's plenty of games that I'm interested in that are releasing like almost monthly. That's fantastic. However, I am saying that I just wish that I had more time to play everything. Like, for example, this October, I'm only getting Silent Hill 2 Remake, Shadow Generations, Batman Arkham Shadow, and Mario Party Jamboree. But, unfortunately that means that I'll have to put others on the backlog and get them later on, like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Shadows of the Damned, and Red Dead Redemption coming to PC. And then next month there's Mario Brothers Ship, Dragon Quest III HD, and Slitterhead. Those are all games that I'd like to get. I will say that December is looking a little light, so hopefully in that month I can spend like a week catching up on games that I couldn't get to. But I do believe that next year will probably be pretty crazy when Switch 2 releases. I know that I will probably buy a ton of games for that console because I'll be in that new console launch hype, And with that, I actually am really hoping that some of these past games that I haven't picked up yet will end up getting Switch 2 ports so that I can just get them there. Fingers crossed. But since I have so many hobbies that I like as well, my free time just really ends up being juggled between games, anime, cosplay, drawing, and reading, and like most hobbies, they each do end up being time consuming, so you gotta slot time where you can. And when it comes to gaming, I have been jumping between Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, MetaQuest, and mobile games quite a bit, so it's a lot of variety right there. And I will say that I actually am really surprised with how many games end up getting released monthly. Although, sometimes I do worry that too many unnecessary games are being made and they're just losing money for companies, and then employees are being let go because of it. I'm sorry, but did we really need an Until Dawn remake? No, we did not. And I am saying this as a person who I love remakes, and I like that game. I have played it many, many, many times over, probably more than your average person, and as that person who has played it many times, I am saying that even I don't want to spend $60 on a remake of that game, and it's not even a decade old. Just felt very unnecessary to me. And actually, I am just kind of salty that Sony is just throwing around money to remake and remaster PS4 games when I'm just over here dying for an Ape Escape remake or Jak and Daxter remake, maybe a PlayStation All-Stars remaster or something. There are just so many good options for remakes, remasters that can just, they could bring back older franchises from the dead. But it just seems like Sony, they see the money that Capcom and Nintendo that they're making with their remakes and remasters, and they really want in on that, but they are just completely choosing the wrong games for that. Anyway, I want to be able to support all the games I like, but it's just not possible. All I can do is hope that other gamers are able to buy the games that I can't at the moment so that they end up succeeding. Of course, some of the bigger franchises I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about getting them on day one. For example, I had to pass on Zelda last month, but I know that it'll do fine because it's a huge franchise. But then there's smaller games like Lollipop Chainsaw that I wasn't able to pick up. Honestly, if I had infinite money, then I really would support every franchise that I like, even if I couldn't play them at that time. But, you know, of course I don't, so I have to pick and choose the ones that I want the most, that I can afford with my fun money budget, you know. I hope that other gamers were able to support games like Lollipop Chainsaw so that it was successful, to make it successful. Anyway, this is probably a random video, but I kind of felt like speaking about like the amount of games being released. You know, there's lots of good games and there's a handful of like filler bad games that I feel just shouldn't have been made. But it's definitely an interesting time. I think that gaming, it is going to need to scale back a little bit. Like, too much money is being thrown around, and it's just honestly isn't healthy to have $100 million lost on a game. That's pretty crazy. But anyway, I hope that the good games keep selling well and continue to thrive, and that the bad games do not drag down the industry with them. Sorry that this video just kind of ended up all over the place, but I just had some thoughts that I wanted to kind of like get out there, vent about, whatever. And honestly, I'm a little disappointed with a few companies like Sony, EA, Ubisoft, and Microsoft, but you know, overall I am pretty happy with most games right now, especially with the retro love. Like Legacy of Kain remasters look awesome. Well, I guess that's it. Not too long of a video, but yeah, what are your guys' thoughts? Do you have time to play most of the games coming out? Can you afford most of them? Anything like that, just let me know what you thought, or any of your thoughts about this topic. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a great day, and that I'll see you in the next video. Bye!